Police in Berlin have broken up a 600-strong party as coronavirus restrictions continue to curb German festivities. Berlin police tweeted that the fetish party in the capital probably ended unsatisfactorily for the attendees.
Here's a summary of the article.
Police in Berlin have broken up a 600-strong party as coronavirus restrictions continue to curb German festivities. Berlin police tweeted that the fetish party in the capital probably ended unsatisfactorily for the attendees. Germany has fared better than the other heavily populated nations in Europe, but Sunday was the fourth day in a row that it registered more than 10,000 new cases. The total is now more than 430,000 since the pandemic began. More than 10,000 people have died with the virus in the country. Frankfurt has now joined Berlin, Düsseldorf and Cologne in cancelling or scaling back Christmas markets. Munich and Nuremberg still plan to go ahead. Germany has 2,500 of them normally, and Frankfurt usually attracts more than 2 million visitors.
This post received a score of 15,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It must be an organizational nightmare for the cops to keep track of which ones they've handcuffed. Massive fetish party during a pandemic while cases are spiraling out of control in that very same city. Honestly, this title might be the most Berlin thing ever. It's a pretty hedonist city with a lot of dysfunction, which usually gives it its allure. That hedonist dysfunctionality, though, while charming at other times, is an absolute nightmare in an emergency situation.
Our local community organizers cancelled our massive fetish party before we were legally required to cancel it due to local regulations, and one of the reasons included in the explanation of that decision was that we didn't want to see headlines exactly like this in the local news.
That's the kind of lifestyle community organizer that has their community's safety in mind for real. Kudos to you guys, gals and others.
Guys, gals and non-binary pals, smiley face.
Greater than probably ended unsatisfactorily for the attendees. Did the police go round taking handcuffs off?
Little do the police know the attendees were all massively into edging. The point was never to come. It was to get there.
Journey before destination.
Reminds me for some reason of a joke Alan Davies told on Chi. Something along the lines of, a British couple decided to adopt a German baby. They raised him for years, however they began to get worried because he never spoke, and they believed that he was mentally handicapped, going as far as to take him to therapy, which was fruitless. When the child was 8 years old, he had a strudel, and said, "It is a little tepid." His parents, of course shocked that he was suddenly speaking, asked, "Wolfgang, why have you never spoken before?" To which the child replied, "Up until now, everything had been satisfactory." That's the one.
The most Berlin headline ever.
Not even close. Berlin wasted millions of euros. Again. Berlin in record debt. Berlin can't pay for X. Berlin airport construction delayed. ... You get the idea.
I read an NPR story a while ago about how gay Israelis are flocking to Berlin, and one of the anecdotes was about how whenever he was at an orgy and someone figured out he was Israeli, they'd keep apologizing for the Holocaust.
Fuck man, I'm sorry about that one thing.
Cum shots. I repeat, we hear cum shots.
I've got a violation 69 in progress, over. Ball gags should have been mandatory.
Gas masks. So sexy and suitable for the occasion.
Probably ended unsatisfactorily. And they say Germans have no sense of humor.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.